Hello and welcome. Welcome, my lovely lads. I just wanted to discuss this topic as I'm unsure whether this uh, whether this is okay or not, but I've seen a lot of inconsistency in this early stoppage. At least to me, it was an early call. It was an early stoppage, and to some point, I heavily disagree with that stoppage. I do agree that Marina was pressed against the fence. But if I was the referee, I would have never called this. I would have never called this a stoppage. So I'm pretty much sure that this was well. Jason Herzog is a good referee, but she was on the fence. Yeah, she was on the fence. I do believe it was a bad fight. I do believe it was a bad stoppage, and I'm pretty much sure that this fight. How are you, Otis? This fight wasn't what we expected. As some people gonna say rigged or not, but to me, it was not a good call. Definitely was not a good call. If you can ask me, why would you even do that in the first place? Why would you stop a fight when the fighter was on the fence? I mean, stopping the fight when the fighter was on the fence, pretty much makes no sense to me. Pretty much makes no sense to me. Why would you? Why would it be an okay stoppage for me? This could have never been an okay stoppage. This was my father Shag is returned from his holiday. Do we have anything to say to him? Yeah, how was holiday? I hope he was having a great time on holiday. That's what I'm hoping for. But at least in my mind, um, I do believe this hasn't been a good stoppage, and this is an example of when the fighter is pressed against the fence. She covered up, but she was not going down. It was 4 or 5 shots. I think you should at least give the fighter a shot. He wants to meet and you and drink a pint. Okay, if I ever come to Scotland, it's fine. I accept it. So for this fight, I really believe that Jason Herzog made a horrible mistake, and I would never stop that fight if it went like that. If it went that way, I would have never called it. I would let Rodriguez take more punishment, and I would therefore try to be more. I would therefore try to be more tolerant towards what happened in that fight. I would try to be more tolerant towards the level of damage because Marina. This was the first time that Marina was knocked down. She was rocked. Yes, she was heavily rocked. But when you're knocked down, according to the according to the MMA rules, when you're knocked down, that doesn't mean you're gonna you're gonna suffer. The fight should be stopped. So when you're rocked, it means that you're in a problem, but it doesn't mean that the referee is going to call the fight. It doesn't mean that the fight is going to be stopped. So I am a Lemos fan, but it was early stoppage to me. Yeah, to me too, it was an early stoppage. I'm Marina Rodriguez fan. I might be a bit biased. I'm also a fan of Lemos, but I'm a diehard fan of Marina Rodriguez. But I think Jason Herzog made a horrible job here. I can't say we got the reprise of Jon Kutelaba versus Magomed Ankalaev because it would be really, really much bad from me. It would be mean from my end. It would be evil from me. But I have to say that I heavily disagree with this call. I do heavily disagree with this call, and I have to say that this call was very much out of sense. This call made no sense. Marina woke up and kind of shook it off. It wasn't like she was done like Jinyu Frey. Yeah, Jinyu Frey was done. That was a great call. Because Jinyu Frey fell down, she was like this. And Marina took some shots and she was like, okay. And she was like, okay, I took some damage, but it was not the greatest call. It was not like she was done. She wasn't done. She was pressed against the fence. She was eating shot after shot. But after covering up, I believe she would have recovered, and I believe she would have been in a great spot to continue absorbing damage or fire back. But this referee obviously made a horrible mistake and a horrible call by not letting Marina continue. And I do believe that not letting Marina continue was one of the most horrible mistakes this year. If it was men's, then they wouldn't have stopped it. Yeah, and that's something that also irritates me. They have double standards for males and females, and I believe genders are even. Women can also tolerate beating. There are many women who can tolerate more beating than men. For example, if you watched bare knuckle fighting between Paige Vazan and Rachel Ostovich, both of them were covered in blood, and that was an amazing fight. And we had many great bare knuckle fights. For example, Helen Peralta versus Christian Ferrea, and we had tons of wonderful wars. For example, we had Weili Zheng versus Joanna Jedrzejczyk, and both of them were bleeding, and the referee didn't stop the fight. So I believe it was a horrible stoppage because of that. Like we've seen tons of bloody wars, and it was the main event. You don't stop a main event like that, absolutely, man. You stop the main event when the fighter is done, and Jinyu Frey was done. That was a great call. I mean, that was a great call. Or for example, if Marina was laying on her back and Amanda Lemos was pounding like 20 shots, then okay, stop it. But after 4 or 5 shots, when Marina was rocked, you're stopping the fight. I really think they should release Jason Herzog. I mean, okay, when you eat 20, 30 shots, when you don't fire back, Marina was not defending, but she was not out of the game. Marina was therefore not out of the game. She was in the game, and she wanted to fire back. She wanted to take part in an open exchange with her opponent. So one can't call it a good stoppage when it was a horrible stoppage when this judge didn't let Marina get back into the game. And we've got a history with Jason Herzog on many occasions where he did the same. But when it's there is one thing that kind of irritates me, and that's the fact that they are making a big difference between male and female fights. Like if it's female fight, give them the same rights, man. I mean, they are also competing. So what if it's a different gender? Who cares if it's a weaker gender? Lemos landed 3 out of like 9 shots. True. It was the right hand and left hook she landed. She missed the rest. That's true. I rewatched that 4 times. I have UFC on Fight Pass. I rewatched it like 4 times. And every single time I rewatched it, I was like, why did you stop the fight? 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 It was one of the most horrible stoppages I've ever seen this year. It was not the most horrible, but one of the most horrible stoppages. The most horrible stoppage I've ever seen was Ankalaev versus Kutelaba 1. That was the most horrible stoppage because we had rocked Kutelaba. But this Marina didn't protest, which is okay. But she woke up, she was shocked. She was like, what the heck happened? And in the first place, I was heavily against it. I couldn't... in some cases, I couldn't agree more. In this case, I couldn't disagree more. I couldn't say, man, Marina was damaged. Marina was robbed in this fight. I was absolutely disgusted in the Jinyu Frey stoppage. She took away too many hits. After that first one, she was out on the feet. Yeah, that's true. She took too many shots. But I'm rather a fan of taking too many shots than going for early stoppage. Okay, 2 or 3 extra shots, they're not necessary. That's okay. But like going for extreme amount of punishment and going for example, super early shots, super early stoppages. She took 3 on the ground too. Yeah, you're right. Come on, man. Was not an early stoppage. It was very hard to see her like that. No, it was not early stoppage. When it comes to Ginny Frey, it could have been a late stoppage. But when it comes to Marina Rodriguez, defo was an early stoppage. Her head slammed on the ground after the first hit. You are right about that. I rewatched that. The ref could have stopped it earlier. If you're talking about Ginny Frey, yeah, he could have stopped it earlier because she was out when Viana punched her. When Viana punched her hard. Sorry. I'm sick, sorry. She was out. She was definitely out. You are right about that fight. Yes, I hope she doesn't have a concussion. Me too. But I'm telling, if I can, you think Marina Rodriguez was early? Yes. Yes, I think it was an early stoppage. That is my personal preference. I think she was covered up and she was eating a lot of shots, but she wasn't. She was maybe rocked, but when the fighter is rocked, she celebrated right beside her. That was very rude. You think about Poliana Viana versus Ginny Frey? Yeah. I think Marina Rodriguez was an early stoppage, but like. She didn't take God knows how many hits, etc. If I was the ref, I would have never stopped it. Like Ginny Frey, Poliana Viana, I would have stopped it too. That's okay. I would have stopped that fight. Yes, I think it was a bit of an early stoppage. She wasn't covered up though. She just had her hands up still. She was 100% done anyway. Well, maybe she was done, but I believe few more extra shots would have showed that. But it's true that Amanda Lemos, out of 9 shots, she hit her 3 or 4 times. I was watching this 4 or 5 times. She hit her like 3 or 4 times of those 9 shots. Right hook, left hook, and I believe a left uppercut to the body landed. That happened. I looked at Hannah Goldie versus Molly too. Molly pushed her. That's how she got her to the cage. It was a push, and then the elbow. She cheated, bro. Really? I haven't paid attention to that. Hello, Niall. Yes, it was a bit early, but Lemos would have just landed another right and it's over. Yeah, Lemos could have continued barraging her opponent. You are right about that. She could have continued, but we do agree it was a bit early stoppage. I don't say Lemos wouldn't win the fight. She would have probably won. Yeah, you were right about that. You were right about picking Lemos, and I hope you won some money. Rewatch it. She pushed Hannah to the cage before that. It was even fight. I have to rewatch that fight. I haven't seen that. But thank you. I will rewatch that. I have Fight Pass, so tomorrow I have some time. So I will definitely take a look at that. So thank you so much for notifying me about that. You're allowed to push. Yes, pushing is allowed as much as I know. Maybe if it's a finger in the eye, if it's eye gouging, if it's grabbing the neck, that's illegal. But pushing is legal as much as I know. Brad Riddle. I think Brad Riddle is going to win. What do you say? I haven't bet yet. I'm going to bet tomorrow. But this guy thinks you're not allowed to push in MMA. What's he talking about? Pushing is allowed. Pushing is allowed. I think Brad Riddell is going to win, but tomorrow I'm going to announce all my bets because I didn't bet yet today. Today it was a horrible day for me. I was reffing 2 matches in a row, so believe me, today was a horrible day for me. But yeah, about this fight, it was an early stoppage. That's true. Pretty much sure it was an early stoppage. Yeah, I think Brad Riddell gonna win. Else, do you have some other fight you would like to analyze? I'm gonna be live for like 15 more minutes. So, do you have some other fight you would like to analyze? Sorry, guys, I'm sick. But I'm fine. You know, my nose is just fucked up because of this foggy weather. It's fog-like for the last 4 or 5 days. What do you think, Molly? Who are you picking? That's hard, man. Meatball, I guess. That's a hard fight to call. Let me take a look at the whole card. I was writing today. I'm gonna tell you. Let me take a look at the whole card. Hold on. Yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna bet anyway, so what do you ask, Molly? Uh, I think Molly gonna win that one. Marina is tough though. Molly hits like a man and look at her odds. I didn't check the odds. I'm gonna check it right now. I usually check odds when I bet, but I didn't check the odds this time. Heck, man, you are right. Yeah, odds are insane, man. What? McCann is plus 325? Is somebody high here? No, really, is somebody high here? I will, man. Are these bookies high? Plus 375. Are these bookies high? No, is it some kind of a joke, man? No, really, is somebody joking or what? I'm putting a lot. The bookies are high. Yes, the bookies are high. I agree. I'm gonna put a bit more money on Molly. I'm gonna do it. I don't care. Even if I lose, I don't give a fuck. This is insane odd, man. I'm gonna put money on Molly definitely. Yeah, bookies are high. You are right. Bookies are high. Bookies are high and drunk at the same time. What is Molly by KO? She's going to move in a lot. I don't know. My normal website is not working. Hold on. Let me try to find it. I'm watching at fightodds.io because my best fight odds not working at the moment. Let me see. Method of victory bets. McCann wins inside distance. No. I can't see the odds. I don't know how much it is. Can't see those odds. Hold on, I'm checking. Well, when I visit my bookie, I will be able to see them though. McCann, all right, there it is. McCann to win inside the distance plus 600. Plus 600. Erin only has one loss. They aren't high. Mo is built like a man. Yeah, I know. But Molly KO is probably be plus 800. She's not even that built. Hannah Goldie and Vivian Araujo are the most built women. Yeah, you are right about Hannah Goldie and Vivian Araujo. Let me check some more lines. Prop bets. These other fights are like so, I guess. Many tough fights to call. Hooker is a favorite over Puljaš. Why? Why is Hooker a favorite? What the fuck? Adesanya is favorite over Pereira. These bookies are definitely high. Yeah, and she knocked Goldie clean out. That's like saying Alexa Grasso is built. She didn't knock her out. It was TKO. That's not a knockout. Knockout is what happened to Frey. Yeah, it's Defo. Defo right. Vlad, who do you have between Easy and Alex P? Alex P. I have Alex P. Plus 150, too good to miss. That's too good odd to miss. Alex got it. Me too. I think Alex is gonna knock him out again. I think Alex is too tough opponent for him, but it's gonna be a violent stand-up war. I believe Alex is gonna win that fight. So I know he's the underdog, but I'm picking the underdog. I think, easy or not, I believe easy is done. Especially against Alex. Alex is the only person who defeated him on 2 occasions, so he's the only person who knocked him out. How did Alex even get title shot? I don't know. After victory over Sean Strickland, I guess. Following that victory over Sean Strickland. No, he beat Strickland, but he wasn't number 1 ranked. Well, because they want the heated rivalry. When will you go live on TikTok? I was live very shortly on TikTok today. I was shortly live today, very shortly. I don't know, maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after tomorrow. I don't know, my shoulder is fucking me up, so... See... I have to rehab my shoulder right now. How old are you? 34. Maybe tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, I don't know. One of these days I will go live. Today I was a bit live and I was in Pančevo. And I was in the city of Pančevo. I was walking down the city of Pančevo. But now I'm at home. Now I'm at home I'm at home right now, so... Yeah, but the trip, I mean, I work in Pančevo, so... It was a nice piece of trip. Yeah, it was a nice piece of trip. Business trip, though. I thought you were like 50. 50? Really? You thought I was 50? Oh, you're epic. Are you ready for Saturday Open sparring? Always. I just need to rehab that shoulder, but at least I can do stand-up and boxing. Oof. I have to go to shoulder fixing tomorrow, so I hope they're gonna fix it nicely. Of course, every Saturday I'm here. Aside of that Saturday when we have Vrbas Open, that Saturday we are not gonna have open spar. That's like in 2 Saturdays, I believe we don't have open spar. We have some competition, have some very, very big competition. I can't wait for that. I might actually go and watch it. Always ready for Saturday Open sparring. Always. That's a great piece of play. But tomorrow is a killer day for me. I need to write an article to 2,000 words. I need to record predictions. I need to make UFC predictions. I need to fix that fucking shoulder. It's a killing day for me. Do you go to those competitions and support your teammates? Yes, I will potentially go in that one. I am waiting for my sponsor to approve money for that. If he approves me money, I'm gonna travel and support, of course. Just if he approves that milestone for money. But I believe he will approve. I am waiting for a day or two. If he approves, I will go to that competition. You know, I can't go if I don't have money, of course. But if I get money, I can go. Do you drive a car? Yes, I do drive a car. It's Opel. It's a German car. It's Opel. Yes, I do. But honestly, I hate driving. I prefer going by bus, man. I hate when I drive, honestly. It's a German car, actually. Always ready for Saturday Open sparring. Always, always. That's the best day. That's the best day of the year. If you can see, I don't know whether you see my nose or not. I earned this at previous Saturday. I got a hit to the nose, so my nose was broken, but nobody gives a damn about that. It's just sparring, right? See? It's looking better now. I look more like a fighter. See? I look more like a fighter. With a broken nose, I look more like a fighter. And with a fucked shoulder, I look more like a fighter. So it's definitely gonna make me, more fighting looking, etc. But I'm gonna look like a real fighter with that fucked up shoulder. Or maybe if I can't sleep tonight, maybe I will go live on TikTok briefly. I don't know. When I was in Pančevo, I was walking down the Pančevo. Sometimes. Let's rock and roll. So I do believe Marina was a robbery. Yeah, I'm pretty much confident Marina was a robbery. Yeah, but I can't grapple now, that's the problem. I have to do boxing and kickboxing, can't fucking grapple with this shoulder. It hurts like hell, man. Can't raise my hand. Oof. But tomorrow I'm going to shoulder fixing tomorrow. Hope they're gonna fix it. Alright, guys, thank you so much for being with me. Thank you so much for enjoying. Thank you so much for staying live with me. And right now I must go. Tomorrow is a hard day for me. I don't even want to leave tomorrow, believe me. That's kind of the day I'm gonna have. So have a great day, everyone. Night, and catch you later.